The sound of glass shattering filled the mansion. Raymond's hand trembled as the wine spilled across the marble floor. "What did you just say?" he demanded, his voice sharp and cracking. The doctor swallowed hard. "I'm sorry, sir, your baby. He was born blind." For a moment the world went silent. Clara lay weak on the bed, clutching the tiny bundle in her arms, whispering through tears. "He's still perfect, Raymond." "Please, hold him." Raymond stepped back. "No," he whispered. "This can't be happening." "My son, blind." The doctor tried to console him, but he stormed out of the room. Outside, reporters waited, hungry for pictures of the newborn heir of one of the richest men in the country. Raymond ignored them. He walked straight to his study, slammed the door, and punched the wall until his knuckles bled. Days turned into weeks. Clara spent every night beside the baby's crib, singing softly. Raymond rarely entered the nursery. When he did, he stood at the door, staring in silence, guilt twisting inside him. "Raymond," Clara said one evening, "he needs you." "He's our son." Raymond looked away. "You don't understand, Clara. The world will mock me. My son will never see my face. What kind of father am I supposed to be?" She placed her hand on his arm. "The kind who loves him. That's all he needs." He pulled away, muttering, "Love won't fix this." Years passed. The boy, Ethan, grew into a quiet child. He never complained. He memorized every corner of the mansion through touch and sound. He could recognize his mother's footsteps and the soft jingle of the maid's bracelets. But his father's presence was something he could only feel from afar, a shadow that never came close. One morning, Clara collapsed from exhaustion. The doctor said she needed rest, and so Raymond reluctantly hired a new caregiver for Ethan. Her name was Anna, a gentle woman with kind eyes and a voice that sounded like sunlight. The first day she met Ethan, he sat silently on the carpet, tracing his fingers across his toy blocks. "Hello, Ethan," she said softly. "Do you mind if I sit with you?" He tilted his head. "You sound new," she smiled. "I am. But I'm here to be your friend." He turned his face toward her voice. "I don't have any friends." "Well," she said, "then today you just made your first one." From that day, laughter began to return to the mansion. Anna read him stories about oceans, birds, and rainbows. She described every color as a feeling. "Blue," she said, "feels like calm water touching your hands. Red feels warm, like holding your mom's hand near a fireplace." Ethan giggled. "Then I like red best." Unknowingly, Anna's presence began to heal more than just the child. From his office, Raymond sometimes paused when he heard their laughter echoing down the hallway. It stirred something long buried inside him, something he thought he had lost the day Ethan was born. One evening, Raymond walked into the living room and found Anna guiding Ethan's hand over the piano keys. "Hear that?" she said. "Each sound is like a color you can paint in your mind." Ethan pressed another key. "I wish my dad could hear this." Raymond froze. His throat tightened. Anna noticed him in the doorway. "He's listening, Ethan," she said kindly. Raymond's eyes glistened. "You're teaching him music?" Anna nodded. "He doesn't need sight to see beauty, sir. He just needs to feel it." Raymond left without a word, but that night, for the first time in years, he sat beside his son's bed while he slept. He brushed a strand of hair off Ethan's forehead and whispered, "I'm sorry, son. I should have been here." The next morning, Ethan woke up smiling. "Mom, I had a dream Daddy was holding my hand," he said. Clara's eyes filled with tears. "Maybe that dream wasn't a dream, sweetheart." Weeks went by, and the cold billionaire everyone once feared began to change in small, silent ways. Raymond started coming home earlier. He'd stand quietly at the edge of the room, pretending to check his phone while secretly watching Ethan and Anna play. One evening, Ethan asked, "Miss Anna, do you think my dad loves me?" Anna paused, her eyes flickering toward the hallway where Raymond was hiding. Of course he does, Ethan. Some people just forget how to show it. Raymond's chest tightened. That night he sat on the balcony alone, the city lights below him blurring through his tears. How could I let my own son grow up feeling unloved? He whispered to himself. The next morning he surprised everyone by joining Ethan at breakfast. Ethan reached across the table. Is that you, Dad? Raymond took his small hand. It's me, son. And I'm sorry I wasn't there. But I'm here now. Ethan smiled so wide that even the servants stopped to stare. That simple moment, more than all the billions Raymond owned, made him feel truly rich for the first time. From then on, father and son spent their evenings together. Raymond read to Ethan the same bedtime stories Anna once told him. The boy laughed more, talked more, and every time he smiled, something in Raymond healed a little more. One day, Anna brought a medical report to Raymond's office. Sir, she said, there's a new experimental treatment for children like Ethan. It's risky, but it might give him a chance to see. Raymond leaned forward, hope flooding his face. Are you sure? Anna nodded. It's being done overseas. Clara already approved. Within days, Raymond arranged the trip. Private jet, world-class surgeons. Nothing was too much. As they prepared to leave, Ethan held Anna's hand tightly. Will you come with us? She smiled. I'll be right there beside you, Ethan. Always. The surgery lasted hours. Raymond paced the hospital corridor, his palms sweating, his mind racing through every memory, every moment he'd missed, every time he'd walked away. He finally broke down, whispering, God, please just let me fix this. I'll never take him for granted again. When the doctor finally walked out, Raymond's heart nearly stopped. The surgery was successful, the doctor said, smiling, but we'll only know for sure once we remove the bandages. 3 days later, the room was silent except for Ethan's small breaths. Anna held his hand. Clara stood by the window, and Raymond sat on the edge of the bed. The doctor began to unwind the bandages slowly. Ethan blinked once, twice. A faint light entered his world for the first time. He gasped, Mom, Dad, I can see you. Raymond's body shook as tears streamed down his face. He grabbed his son and held him tight, whispering, I'm here, son. I'm right here. Ethan reached out toward Anna. Miss Anna, you look just like the stories you told me. The room filled with laughter and tears. Raymond turned to Anna. How can I ever thank you? Anna hesitated, then said quietly, You already did, sir. You gave Ethan what money couldn't buy, your love. Months later, back in the mansion, joy filled every corner. Raymond's business partners noticed he was different, warmer, more human. During a charity event, he made an emotional speech. True wealth isn't in the money we keep, but in the love we give. My son taught me that after the applause, he found Anna outside, standing beneath the moonlight. Anna, he said, I keep feeling like I've met you before. Your eyes, they seem familiar, Anna smiled faintly. Maybe you have, sir. Years ago, a little orphan girl stood outside your company gate, begging for help. You didn't see her that day. Not because you were blind, but because your heart was. Raymond's breath caught. He remembered. The little girl he'd brushed aside in his hurry to a meeting. She continued softly. I grew up wishing someone would see me. I guess life brought me back to help you see, too. Raymond's eyes filled again. Then you've done more than any doctor ever could. Anna smiled, tears glimmering. No, sir. Love did. As the camera pans out, Ethan runs across the garden, his laughter echoing through the night as Raymond and Anna watch from the balcony. Both changed, both redeemed. Voiceover fades in gently. Sometimes life blinds us with pride until love opens our eyes. If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs hope. And if you believe in love's power to heal, leave a comment below, like this video, and subscribe for more stories that remind us what truly matters.